Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning.
43 degrees in Jackson and more rain expected today, mainly after 5 p.m. Yesterday, we got a lot of rain.
Oh, sure we
Yes.
did, didn't we?
3/4 of an inch fell in Jackson yesterday, and with cloudy skies, a high today of 47. Snow mixed with rain, a possibility on Friday night. Cold temperatures Friday, below 20
Yeah.
for overnight lows.
Well, that'll make the people leaving town feel better. It's always nice to leave the cold weather for the warm weather. And judging by the attendance at the schools, half the town is already headed south.
You know what today is?
Today is Thursday.
Today is the 2-year anniversary of the morning show. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Wow. How about that?
It
Oh my
was
God.
a little different 2 years ago. You, for some reason, were sitting here and I was sitting there.
That's weird. Why is that?
That's Patty Poppy was one of our first guests by phone. We were doing a lot of the interviews virtually for both of our live shows.
Yeah, it was crazy, right? Crazy times.
This actually started on March 20th, 2020, but it wasn't called, we didn't have a name for the show until March 24th when it became the morning show.
Oh, and there's Pam.
Pamela,
Oh my gosh.
former health officer.
Yeah, that's right. Is she still in Genesee County?
Last I heard.
Cool. Nuts. Look at that.
So happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Wow, the lighting was gorgeous. You may notice I'm wearing a Block M today.
Yes,
I
because
normally don't wear, team sports stuff on the morning show, but today's a big day.
Yeah, tonight Michigan Wolverines facing Villanova. Michigan 11 seed, Villanova 2 seed, and it's just a 5-point line between Villanova and the Wolverines. So it's expected to be a closer game because Michigan's seeking revenge.
I hope so, yeah. So 7:30 tonight, Brian Anderson and Jim Jackson on the call from San Antonio, where the teams met in the national championship game. So Jim Nance, you probably wonder where he is. He's going to be with Duke the entire way. So they'll be on CBS tonight. Duke and Texas Tech is that second game, and the feeling around here is that it is Coach K's last game tonight.
Oh no!
That's kind of the feeling on the floor today.
It's going to end at least sometime in the next 2 weeks for sure.
Yeah. So the first game tonight is Gonzaga and Arkansas. That's about 7:09. So watch that for a few minutes, then flip over to Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan will be on TBS tonight at 7:29 tip from the AT&T Center.
With Ohio State legend Jim Jackson on the call. I just don't like that, but that's okay. And Brandon Allie LaForce will be our sideline reporter tonight. So, we have flights coming up, and airline CEOs have asked Biden to end the mask mandate. So the federal mask travel mandate, or the mask, is through the 18th of April. Airline CEOs, pretty much of every major airline, say now is the time to sunset federal transportation restrictions, including pre-departure testing and the federal mask mandate that are no longer aligned with the realities of the current epidemiological environment. So we'll see if the masks get pulled back. I wouldn't anticipate anything within the next 10 days just due to the massive travel on spring break. But planes are full anyways.
Just let us wear our shoes through security. Can
I
we
would
just
do that. Yeah, I think that more disease is transferred at this point.
It's disgusting.
At this point, from people's feet.
And I tell you to stand on those yellow drawings of the feet in the machine, and that's where disgusting people have stood with bare feet.
Yeah, the barefoot travelers is that's just an interesting one. Not me. So we'll see what happens, but I don't expect that to happen before the 18th. But I do expect it to end. We're seeing New York has ended or is laying back their vaccine mandate. Kyrie Irving's going to get to play. So I think if you have you're having all these things kind of get dialed back. It's obviously a good sign.
Yeah, the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, today is expected to lift that policy that would not and does not allow unvaccinated athletes to play. As baseball season is about to start, he's been pressured to relax that COVID-19 policy that's been in place since, well, Mayor de Blasio had it in the start of last year.
Yeah, so the Nets are favored to win the Eastern Conference at this point going forward. So, yeah, we'll see. And it is interesting. 2 years. You say I still haven't had to show my vaccine card for anything.
Oh, I forgot where mine is. It's
Well,
in my wallet, but it doesn't fold. For some reason, they made the vaccine cards so they're not wallet friendly.
Yeah, I don't think you need it for anything domestic at this point. So.
Speaking of NBA basketball, last night JTV had a company outing.
Oh, company outing.
The Little Caesars Arena, and we watched the Pistons win their biggest game of the year. It was their largest margin of victory all season, and they had their largest lead of the whole season, 29 points at one point. They had
Did you take that photo?
I did. Wow. Yeah, it was. We were close to the not as close as Jeff and Noah.
Yes. Yeah. There's us. I was having fruit.
The fruit cup.
Yeah.
The healthy fruit
We took
cup.
advantage of the offerings. We
There's
definitely.
in the burgundy Central Michigan hoodie. That's JTV Sports Jeff Steers and JTV's Noah Baker.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, there they are. They were behaving. They were behaving down there.
But who wasn't behaving?
Everyone was decent.
Everyone was good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So David just does a great job in participating in the event. So he caught a T-shirt, and that wasn't good enough because he says, "Hey, I have 2 kids at home, lady," and somehow he got another shirt. And there's you. It looks like you were jockeying for one as well.
And the pizza too.
Oh, the pizza, yeah. So David tried the Gator Chomp, which is popular at the Swamp at Florida football games, to try and get the pizza. And of course, there's the other shot. See, it's nice having people spread throughout the arena like that so we can get different angles. David did not get a pizza.
People that got those boxes,
Going after the pizza.
They were disappointed. I watched their faces as they lifted the lid on those boxes and found that it was just a piece of paper. It was a coupon for a pizza.
Right after that, David punched that kid in the face. Jeez. Well, we did have a good time. It was fun.
Fought that little boy for a pizza. It was pretty pathetic.
Yeah, great time had by all. So, but the ride over there was so awful because of the rain. It rained the entire way.
It
So.
not just rained, it poured.
Yeah.
There was zero visibility. It was impossible. It was unbelievable.
What did you guys talk about in your car?
Well, Brandon, what did we talk about in the car?
I don't know. I tried just to sleep.
Yeah,
Brandon's a great sleeper in the car.
Teague was in our car, so Teague was doing the weather.
Nice. It was raining.
Yes.
We talked. Well, we started off with. We started off talking about religion because
That's
Austin was finishing up a project at Spring Arbor. And then we transitioned into NCAA swimming. We talked about old Pistons players. And the whole way home, we were trying to guess points averages of old Pistons players. So we did that, and it was fun. We had a great time. We had 6 in my car.
Yeah, 4 in mine. It was calmer. Our ride was calmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were giggling in our car. We were giggling, so it was fun. I'm still trying to follow this, the news in Russia and Ukraine. Some of the latest is it's being reported that 40,000 Russian troops have been killed. Did you hear that?
I've heard all kinds
That's
of
amazing,
numbers.
right?
We just don't know.
Yeah, you just don't know what's what. I think it's going to get worse before anything else happens. It seems like the more Ukraine impacts Russia, you know, the more it's going to be a more serious war. I think Russia's going to elevate some of their tactics.
Well, hopefully the response will be elevated as well. It was nice to see all those world leaders gathered on one stage yesterday as the president spending today continuing his talks. He has 3 back-to-back global summits today, all these world leaders gathering for the sole purpose to discuss the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the humanitarian crisis resulting from that. Millions of children displaced, millions of people forced out of their homes and out of the country. It is, according to UNICEF, the largest displacement since World War II.
And that's just, 35, 40 days into this thing. Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
Companies continue to pull their operations out of Russia. Nestle, the latest yesterday. So Kit Kat, Nestle Quick, all those products will no longer be available. So
Yeah, you're seeing some images from Russian grocery stores where the shelves are empty. But again, you don't know what images you can trust or not, really, when it comes to what you're seeing over there. So it's kind of tricky. Spring break's coming up, and I wanted to tell you that today's show is brought to you by Jackson's Playhouse. And if you're staying in town for spring break, make sure you plan to visit Jackson's Playhouse for fun while your littles are home from school. At Jackson's, the fun never stops. Don't forget birthday parties. Jackson's is booking right now for spring and summer, so make your reservation today. At Jackson's, you have the fun. We take care of the party.
we haven't had Is It Real or Not for
It's been a while.
A little while, but we do have one I wanted to ask you about. It's ice cream, and some of the ice cream flavors are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's pizza, there's
Mac and
everything
cheese.
bagel.
Yeah.
But Burger King in Brazil is introducing today poop emoji ice cream.
That
Or
looks good.
are they?
Interesting.
Is it real?
Yes.
It is.
It is real.
It is.
It is fun.
Yes, they are doing this to illustrate that their ice cream is free of artificial ingredients.
And looks like poop.
It is. It's the poop emoji. So that is available starting today at Burger King's in Brazil.
Oh, well, that does nothing for us here. Dang. A lot of people like their ice cream, believe it or not.
Burger King ice cream?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, as of today, yes, it doesn't have any artificial this and that, but what they're saying is previously their ice cream had bad ingredients.
Really?
Well, that's what they're saying.
Did you have any of the ice cream last night?
No.
Did you, Brandon?
I didn't. You know why?
No.
The gentleman, well, first of all, I gave up sweets for Lent, and but as I was standing near the machine, the gentleman operating the machine was having difficulty getting the ice cream to come out of the machine. He didn't know how to operate it, and
Yeah.
I almost stepped in, but I didn't want a confrontation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably best. That's probably best. So, yeah, I didn't have any ice cream either, but we ate our money's worth last night. So it was good. Hey, if you're gonna go camping and you happen to have a heart attack, hopefully you run into this bear. Did you see what this bear has done?
No.
Oh my gosh! In Tennessee, Noah, there's a bear. This is in Tennessee. There was a bear trying to resuscitate this garbage can, and as Noah mentioned, the can was DOA.
Yeah. Never came back to
So
life. I think
look at
he's-
that.
I think he's trying to pop the
No,
lid.
he's not.
No?
No, he's not. He's trying to
Bring it back to
bring
life.
that thing back to life. I thought bears were smarter than that, Brandon.
Yeah.
If I run into a bear, I want to run into this one.
Well, you'll want to run into Yogi because
What
he
was in
is
there?
Smarter than the average bear.
Wow.
Must have been something tasty.
Yeah, it must have been. Must have been probably some fish. I think bear like fish.
They're getting into cars. They're opening cars. They're coming into people's homes. They're making breakfast. It's unbelievable. The bears are infringing on us humans. So, as all wildlife, be careful.
Yes, all wildlife, be careful. No sports today due to the weather and the impending spring break. So we'll be back after spring break.
There
as
were
spring sports.
three or four games or scrimmages scheduled last night that did get canceled.
Yeah, of
because
course, got canceled due to the rain. That's what happens in Michigan. So it's going to take a little bit of time before the fields are ready to be out there, be played on.
As we celebrate our second anniversary of the morning show, who do we have lined up today?
Great show for you today. We've got Dr. Matthew Badke from Jackson College, and we've got a young golfer heading to Augusta National. We'll get to meet him too. All that and more coming up next.
Collins Brothers floor covering in 15 seconds. Plush carpet, pattern carpet, commercial carpet, carpet tile, ceramic tile, porcelain tile, glass tile, decorative tile, floor tile, wall tile, shower tile, subway tile, marble tile, wood tile, vinyl tile, and much more. Collins Brothers downtown.
Improving the air quality in your home isn't a luxury, it's improving your family's lives. Our staff do each job carefully, completely, and with great attention paid to you, the homeowner. We take care to leave each home better than we found it, and when you take your first breath after one of our cleanings, I'm sure you'll agree. We can help keep your home cleaner and your air safer by scheduling a cleaning today. Dux, we're your indoor air professionals.
My voice.
My passion.
My path.
My career.
Concord Community Schools. Our students shatter expectations.
The PIC Center is an independent practice that has provided care to the Jackson area for over 25 years. Doctors O'Neill and Cack supervise antibiotic infusions, as well as those for many other conditions, such as inflammatory bowel, joint, and lung disease, anemia, and multiple sclerosis. Our modern facility is open 7 days a week, and the infusion staff will make you feel right at home. Let your doctor know you have a choice where you receive your next infusion. Remember, when you've picked us, you've picked the best.
Community health centers, like our own Center for Family Health, are vital in providing top-notch care to anyone, regardless of race, color, creed, or financial status. The Center for Family Health is grateful for their talented team of medical professionals, our hometown heroes who work hard every day to keep us healthy and help better our community, one patient at a time. The Center for Family Health, thanking our hometown heroes who have committed themselves to our community and to you. The Center for Family Health has been opening the door to health care for all in Jackson County for more than 30 years.
Our first guest on today's morning show is the science chair at Jackson College, Dr. Matthew Badke. Good morning, Matt. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well. Thank you.
So today we're celebrating kind of the 2-year anniversary of the morning show. You were on April 8th, 2020 for a full hour, and we were talking.
I remember that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing kind of where we're at now. And Bart and I were just talking about airlines asking the CDC to remove mask mandates. You're seeing New York kind of lighten things up on theirs. We're in a decent spot.
We are. And we have this weird sort of 2-month surge and then sort of several months where things calm down. And I think people are hoping that we are going to see this sort of remain at this lower level now. We've seen this before, as you guys remember, several times, and then we have a new variant or whatever that pops up. But I think at this point, there's so many people that have either had the infection or have been vaccinated, that there's simply less and less people that are available for the virus to jump to. So I think people are hopeful that even though we do have new variants that are popping up and we are seeing increases in other parts of the world, we're not looking at the same sort of surges that we've seen in the past.
Yeah, and the variants, at least last few, have been less severe as far as impacting your health.
Yeah, and I do think that was something that people were hopeful that we would see based on historically what we've seen with other infectious diseases, is that they might get more transmissible over time, but usually the severity of disease goes down, and hopefully we'll continue to see that as well.
Obviously, a worldwide pandemic, and parts of the world are having really big issues with the virus, with the lack of vaccines in some parts of the world.
Right.
And some surges. We're seeing surges in Europe, and Lord knows what the war is going to do, how that's going to impact the vaccine, but it can't be good.
Well, anytime you have, mass migrations where people are moving around, you have people that are disrupted, that's when we see outbreaks of infectious diseases, right? Historically, refugees moving, war has been one of the biggest things that has pushed increases in infectious diseases. So not only for COVID, but for other infectious diseases as well. I think people are going to have to be really on high alert now. Anytime you've got large people crowding together, if refugee camps are set up, you have issues with, what's the quality of drinking water, things like that. You have so many different things that could pop up. So yes, in short, not good.
Yeah, public health is going to have their hands full in Ukraine. You have, talk about that situation. You have so much destroyed, right? Infrastructure destroyed, homes destroyed. You're going to have a lot of people displaced. Like, how do you get back? Is that going to be like a basic services at first?
Well, yeah, and I think those are the things that when you think about what are the basic needs that people have, right? Having clean water, where are you getting that from, right? If the infrastructure is being destroyed in an area, do we have water treatment facilities and waste treatment facilities and things like that? Are any of those things active and working? I mean, it really becomes a concern of, where are people getting food from? Where are people getting drinking water from? Where do people have to shelter? And then when you have large groups of people coming together, again, you have the potential for the spread of infectious diseases or waterborne diseases or things like that. So I think it becomes an issue of just thinking about what are those most basic needs that people have and how do we get those to them safely.
Moderna yesterday said they have their vaccine safe and tested, ready to go for kids, I think aged 6 months to 5 years. At what point will that be available to families?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, the how the efficaciousness was not great. I mean, it was like 40% or something like that. So not as good. But again, that's kind of what Pfizer was seeing as well, and what caused them to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, okay, let's think about adding a third dose in, because, again, and that's not inconsistent with what we've seen for vaccines for older people as well. They're not as effective against these newer strains. But again, the real thing to think about is not just are they preventing somebody from getting infected, but are they preventing severe disease? That's what really matters at the end of the day. And it does seem like the Moderna vaccine is very effective at that. Now, there's been a few people that have said, hey, wait a second, we need to see a little bit more data here to make sure that that's correct, but it's looking that way. And so they said within a few weeks they were planning to be submitting to the FDA. They basically have a subcommittee that reviews it and then makes a recommendation. Then the full FDA weighs in, and then the CDC very shortly after that would probably make sort of an official, okay, it's available, we're ready to distribute it.
It's been a year for, some people who've had the start of the vaccine. They've had their first 2 and their booster. At what point is this their annual time to get a COVID vaccine.
Yeah, I think that's where we're headed with things. It looks like the effectiveness does wane after 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there. Now, again, are we really concerned about preventing infection, or are we concerned about preventing severe disease? Because those are two different things. And I think that you're going to have protection against severe disease for quite a while. I think that the immune system is trained well enough that even though we have some changes on the virus, it's still going to be able to keep it under control even if you do get sick. So that's really the question, is how much do we need to be concerned about preventing severe disease versus just preventing, people getting infected? I think that it's going to end up being something where it is like a yearly booster, similar, at least for the short term, similar to influenza, where we modify it a little bit as we go, and there's a new shot available each year for folks.
What are some of the things your students have questions about that maybe you've had throughout this whole pandemic that have really, that's been their college experience?
Yeah, I do think that's one thing that a lot of them come back to is just the disruptiveness and, things that they missed out on. A lot of them are, either just recently finished high school, or some of them are still in high school. And so just thinking about the events that they weren't able to do, I wasn't able to, go to my prom, or I wasn't able to do different things. I think that's something that has really stuck with them, is how much they missed some of those things, in 2020 when everything was shut down. So that's a consistent theme I've seen.
What do you see as permanent changes as a result of the pandemic going forward?
I think that's a great question, right? What things are just going to be different now? I think the remote working thing, I think, is something that a lot of people pushed back on for a long time and said, you can't do this. And I think the answer is, we've realized, yes, you can do that. And I think that it's really changing a lot of workplaces. I think there's, the Jackson College has started having people work at home on Fridays, and then they have a few other hours that people, could work remotely as well. So I think lots of places are starting to look at that and say, we can probably make this work. And actually, it's, our employees prefer that, having that flexibility to be able to work at home. And so I think that's one of the big changes we're going to see coming out of the pandemic.
One thing, if you would ask me a year ago, I would have said you're going to wear masks on planes for the rest of your life. Now, I think it's probably 3 weeks away from that going away and being optional. You think we're at a place where that's okay?
I think so. Like I said, we'll see what happens with the new variants or whatever that comes about, but at least right now, cases are really low. We're seeing, again, so many people have either had it or have been vaccinated and been boosted that I think that there's a good chance that the numbers will remain low. And I think, thinking about trying to re-implement some of these mandates, I think you're going to see would be very, very difficult to do at this point.
I think, once, it's amazing how kind of the floodgates open once a single mandate is lifted. It's almost like everyone just kind of forgets, goes back to normal. Tells me that when people make these decisions, they know that it's time to make that decision.
Yeah, and I think we've seen that, even earlier this year when we were going through the surges, like in Michigan, right? They didn't re-implement any of those mandates. I think part of it is they probably felt like we just can't do that. It's just not feasible. Once those things go away, bringing them back, I don't think it's going to happen. It just would be so difficult to redo that. So hopefully we're in a good enough place that we can just keep things this way and things continue to remain, case counts stay low, and people can get back to normal here.
Sounds good to me.
Healthcare settings, you'll continue to see the mask, and obviously, in a lot of healthcare settings before the pandemic, there was a lot of masking, but I think that's, to me, it looks like a permanent and a good idea. Think about the times you take your kid to the doctor, and sitting in the waiting room, there's 8 or 10 other people who knows how sick they are and what might be spreading in the waiting room.
Or if you just don't want anyone to talk to you, that's
a good thing too.
That's
yeah.
That's
And
probably
food
what you're.
service, like at a buffet.
Well, there aren't
Well,
buffets.
The buffets, they came back.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Last night at
Really?
the Pistons game, all those food service workers
I guess, yeah.
dishing up the
Yeah,
food.
we went to
People-
a buffet last night, so yeah, buffets are back.
And all that Caesar salad, people standing over, and who knows what's falling out of their.
That was weird. We went to a Pistons game last night, and he has all the snacks, and then washes it down with a Caesar salad in the fourth quarter. You
Well,
just,
you had a bowl of fruit.
I did. So
And Brandon had a cup of cereal, dry cereal.
I saw you eating that over there. It was good. What's life like with 2 kids at home as spring break's coming up?
Oh, I don't think we have enough time to get into my kids and all their issues, but no, they're good. I think they're excited about getting back outside. You know, my son found some potting soil in the garage, and he's been playing with that with his vehicles. So he's real anxious to get outside and get into the dirt and start playing again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kids are very inventive at that age.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. I hope you didn't have any seeds that were trying to sprout in that.
No. But stuff's starting to come up, so it's exciting.
The pandemic, I think, for our community has been made easier to navigate thanks to all the great expertise we've been able to present on our morning show, including all the time you've spent with us. I know we'll be calling on you in the future, but really, thanks for a lot of the sacrifice that you've made to be with us so many times. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I have really enjoyed the opportunity to be able to come talk, and hopefully people felt like they learned a few new things, and that's great. That's wonderful.
I did.
I did.
Awesome.
Dr. Matthew Badke is the chair of the science department at Jackson College. More of the morning show, I think golf we'll be talking about coming up next.
I'm Amy Leanhart, owner of Allegra Printing of Jackson. We have grown from a quick print shop into a commercial printing company. Full color printing, on-site graphic design, variable data printing, and much more. Come see us at Allegra Printing of Jackson, 1232 Southwest Avenue.
Welcome to the Blessed Nest, located in between JTV and Tilted Arcade, 2 doors down from the Dirty Bird. We are a proud realtor of Vera Bradley, Brighton Jewelry, women's clothing, shoes, and boots. We have a great selection of unique gifts for the whole family, home decor, wall art, and furniture. We also have a baby section and men's gift section. We appreciate our customers shopping local because you not only help our business and employees, but also the community that we donate to and sponsor all through the year.
Community health centers like Center for Family Health are vital in providing top-notch care to anyone who walks through the door, regardless of race, color, creed, or financial status. We are grateful for our talented team of medical professionals, our hometown heroes who work hard every day to keep us healthy and help better our community, one patient at a time. We thank our hometown heroes who have committed themselves to our community and to you. The Center for Family Health has been opening the door to healthcare for all in Jackson County for more than 30 years.
The PIC Center is an independent practice that has provided care to the Jackson area for over 25 years. Doctors O'Neill and Cack supervise antibiotic infusions, as well as those for many other conditions, such as inflammatory bowel, joint, and lung disease, anemia, and multiple sclerosis. Our modern facility is open 7 days a week, and the infusion staff will make you feel right at home. Let your doctor know you have a choice where you receive your next infusion. Remember, when you've picked us, you've picked the best.
Get into the spring spirit with the Jackson YMCA Spring Break Camp. It's coming up next week. Campers will celebrate Spirit Week, March 28th through April 1st, a fun theme planned each day. And those include Disney Day, Jersey Day with your favorite team or player, and Animal Day. Campers will also get to take trips to Allskate, Potter Park Zoo, Ella Sharp Planetarium, and more. Camp is open to students in kindergarten through 8th grade. Get into the spring spirit with the YMCA. Sign up today at jacksonymca.org.
Our next guest is headed to Augusta National to compete in the drive, chip, and putt competition. Jackson's own Bentley Kuhn. Good morning, Bentley.
Good morning.
Good to see you today. You getting excited?
Yeah, very excited actually.
What's the schedule of events?
So on the 3rd, I think it is, we have practice rounds to the Augusta National, and then the 9th of the Sunday is when we do the drive, chip, and putt.
That's awesome. So you're going to get to not only see the pros before you compete. That's going to be cool. What are you looking forward to most about walking around the golf course?
I'm hoping to get like my drives in the grids, all of that and stuff. And if I can make my putts, get my chips dialed in, we can be fine.
On the morning show, we always, anytime anyone's wearing awesome shoes, we go to the shoe cam, and you fit the bill this morning. You look good. Got the shoes and hat. Have you picked out your outfit for the actual competition yourself, Bentley? Yeah.
Well, they sent us a package, and we get colors. It's kind of like this color, but
Okay.
it's a little bit darker.
Nice.
It's like a darkish blue.
Cool. So you don't have to worry about the outfit. They take care of you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
How did you get this? What happened to get you this trip to Augusta?
Well, at Oakland Hills, I qualified there. I got first place, so
Yeah, we have
I got to go to Augusta.
Yeah, we have some shots of Bentley at Oakland Hills, and this was when you dusted the field and won the thing.
Yeah.
And I think you have the 4th most points heading in to Augusta.
Yeah.
And I really like your chances. Obviously, talk a little bit about, you get to be in Oakland Hills. Obviously, you heard about the fire.
Yeah.
Just talk about, competing at a course in a beautiful clubhouse like Oakland Hills.
Well, I mean, it was challenging at some points. Like my drives, I kind of had a little fade going, and one of them was really close to going out of bounds, and it wouldn't have counted. So I got lucky on that, and then the chips were kind of, I got 15 points on my first one. I don't remember. My second one, I chipped it in, and my third one, I got like 10 points. So,
That's
and
awesome.
then the putts were pretty hard. They were
Yeah.
really, really, really fast.
I bet the greens are going to be pretty fast at Augusta.
Yeah, very fast, I heard.
What are you strongest in? Drives, chips, or putts?
Drives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your driving average, Bentley?
My driving average is like around 240, 250.
That's really, really good.
Are you practicing being interviewed by Jim Nance and Butler Cabot?
Yes, that's going to happen someday. Getting to experience Augusta. Hey, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Will you steal some pine straw for me?
Yeah.
And put some in your pocket and bring it back? I won't tell anyone. But this is going to really motivate you. You think you're going to be around these tour players, you're going to be at Augusta National, try and win this thing, and then you do want to be a pro golfer someday, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Kuhn name is a famous
right.
Jackson golf name, and you're part of that family,
That's
right?
right. That's right. Here's some shots. You compete in the Mercer Tour locally,
Yeah.
right, Bentley? Talk a little bit about that tour and what you like about playing in that.
I love the Mercer Tour. I get to play with 15, 16-year-olds, so I can actually look at people and see what the challenge is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been playing against high school golf team members.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 And we've, obviously everyone knows Jackson's got some incredible young golfers. And it's got the perfect name, Bentley Kuhn. That's an awesome
It's
name.
a star name.
Can't you hear Jim Nance saying that?
Yeah, I can. I can. So do you have any superstitions? or
No.
anything? No, just get ready to go and just do your best. Who's all going with you? What family members are going?
I think all my family members are going, kind of.
Nice. That's cool. They're lucky. They get to do this because of you. So make
Yeah.
sure you remind them, you know, if they give you any trouble, say, listen, you're here because of me, okay? So you do whatever I
Yeah.
say.
The shoes are awesome, but the hat is awesomer. Tell us about that.
Well, my dad went down to Arizona. He got to play like Greyhawk, and then he went to TBC Scottsdale, which is the hat.
That's
so
awesome.
He asked me if I wanted a bucket hat or this kind of hat.
I like
was
that one.
Yeah, I like this hat.
I like that. That's sweet.
Who's your favorite PGA golfer?
Dustin Johnson.
Oh, well, it seems like he's having a resurgence this month.
Yeah.
Why do you like Dustin?
He can hit straight bombs.
He can hit straight bombs. That's right.
And
That's
he
right.
can hit them all.
Now I know Phil Mickelson's you're a fan of Phil's. Phil
Yeah.
won't be at the Masters. Who are you rooting for to win the Masters? DJ and
Yes,
Yeah.
DJ probably.
DJ. What about Bubba? Do you like Bubba?
Yeah,
Yeah. That'd be cool. Who are you gonna try and follow on Monday in the practice round?
DJ.
DJ. Yeah. Tell him I said hello.
Okay.
See if you can get his attention. I
I'll
think
try
that
to.
hat will do it. So.
Now, what grade are you in, Bentley?
I'm in 5th grade.
So, besides the Mercer Tour, are there other opportunities for you to compete in Jackson?
The Callaway Golf Tour is what I might do, and then there's another golf tour that I might go to.
And-
I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
It's something that broadcasts on live TV though.
Cool.
And you'll be able to join the Western Golf team
In high school.
High school,
Yeah.
but not until then. No, there's
Not
no.
till
we
then,
don't.
so-
Well, the junior tour is awesome.
Yeah, and you and I are gonna play together this summer. We talked about last time. We're gonna hustle some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have no idea what's coming. So, well, you're gonna have a great time. Family's gonna have a great time. Try not to spend too much money in the merchandise tent.
I won't.
What do your friends think about you going to the Masters?
They're all excited. I do have one friend that unfortunately didn't qualify at Oakland. His name is Manning Wolniks.
Oh,
He-
right, yeah.
yeah, he got-
Western kid too,
Yeah,
right?
he got 7th. So
But I'm sure like you keep trying to qualify, right? You tried a few years ago and didn't make it, but now you're here, right?
yeah, 3 years ago I didn't qualify. I also got 7th.
Yeah.
So
It's cool.
When you were just 8.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
8 I think.
Wow. And you're a 5th grader at Bean?
Yeah, Western Bean Elementary.
Wow. That's awesome. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about Bentley.
Yeah,
Cohen.
we are. We have a small golf gift for you. Brandon, could you hand me that? Now, we didn't want to mess with any of your equipment, but we got you the JTV golf umbrella if it rains, but if not, you can keep the ladies away.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll plan.
Try to get it on camera.
I will.
Yeah,
Okay.
so try to get the thing on camera right. Stand as close to the celebrities as possible. Okay. No, good luck, and we'll talk to you when you get home.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Bentley Kuhn headed to Augusta National to compete in the drive, chip, and putt competition. We'll be right back. More on the morning show after this.
Hi, I'm Richard King. I've been working on cars for over 38 years, and 10 years of that has been here in Jackson. I'm an ASE certified master technician. What makes King's Auto different from the rest out there is that we take the time to diagnose the cars properly the first time around. We fix what the others can't. Whether it's an oil change or a head gasket repair, wheel bearings to spark plugs, at King's Auto and Truck will get you in and out and get it done right the first time around. Then bring your car or truck over here to King's Auto and Truck, 4114 East Michigan Avenue in Jackson.
At Blair's Car Care, honesty and customer satisfaction have always been the most important thing for us. We have been serving loyal customers in Jackson County for almost 100 years. We do auto repair of all sorts, including tires, alignment, brakes, oil changes, and much more. For more information, please call 517-782-8116 or come stop by at 2424 Wildwood Avenue and experience for yourself what makes Blair's so special.
You need a plumber? Grimes Plumbing Company. Licensed and insured, proudly serves the Jackson area with fast, reliable service and competitive pricing, both for repairs and new installs. For fast, reliable plumbing service, call Grimes Plumbing today. And remember, we love water.
Witness the difference at Jackson Catholic Schools with a guided informational tour for you and your child. Learn firsthand about our schools, programs, and curriculum. Enrollment for the 2022-2023 school year is now open. Find out for yourself what makes Jackson Catholic Schools special and witness the difference.
If you're looking for a high-quality, affordable alternative to the emergency room, then come to IEP Urgent Care's new location in Jackson. It's the same great ER physicians who have been providing care through our local hospitals since 2008, but now with a new location to serve you better. Our ER-trained providers believe high-quality care is for everyone, so we work with all insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare. Come see us on East Michigan Ave.
It's time for a visit with
the shoe cam.
The shoe cam. We got to go to the shoe. You know, I'm wearing new shoes today, Brandon, by the way. Yeah, so we might go shoe cam later on when I get back over to the other side. Hey, it's time for a visit with Experience Jackson, and this time we head out to Grass Lake to visit the Boland Express. Welcome to a visit with Experience Jackson. I'm Andy Hawley and I'm with Rachel Buchanan from Experience Jackson, and today our visit brings us to the Lost Railway Museum at Grass Lake, and we're with Tom Nolte, Facilities Manager at the Lost Railway Museum. And for those people who have not been here yet, this is an absolutely stunning museum, Tom.
Thank you. We kind of hope everybody sees it that way.
So the Boland Express, okay, this is a virtual ride that people can take. Tell us a little bit about how that came to be and what exactly is the Boland Express.
The Boland Express is actually a trip from Jackson, Michigan to Grass Lake between the period of 1901 to 1910. So there's a lot of scenery that you will see on the way on the trip that is highlighted with a few injections of other things, because most of the area in 1901 to 1910 was open farmland and a lot of woods.
Yeah, it sure didn't look like our drive out this way this morning, Rachel, but talk about having an asset like this where folks are able to visit a local museum and actually see how life was like over 100 years ago.
Yeah, well, I think there's different ways to experience history. We're all familiar with sitting in a classroom in front of a book or reading something on a screen maybe, and then you see maybe artifacts of something. But this kind of takes the history, the moving artifacts, and kind of puts them literally on a train. You feel like you're sitting there. You feel the, I don't know what the word is, the buckle of the rails beneath your feet as you ride. And there's a little bit of humor thrown in too. So that's a really fun way to learn. You kind of poke fun at the learning process, and along the way you've actually learned more because you've been a little bit more invested into it.
Now, Tom, why did the Boland Express stop through Grass Lake in this area?
The Boland Express actually took a route about a block south of here. So it went from Detroit to Kalamazoo, up to Grand Rapids, and made a flip around like that back to Detroit. Whereas the smaller car that's on the other side actually ran up and down Michigan Avenue, made a trip to Jackson and back 15 times a day. Amazing. So there was a lot of people that utilized it, and for a nickel each way, it wasn't a bad ride. On the other hand, it got so competitive that even the individual companies started making their own tokens. So for a while, you could get to Jackson, and you could get to Jackson for 2.5 cents and back to Grass Lake for 2.5 cents. But in those days, that was probably pretty good money.
There's always a con, right?
That's exactly. They're all trying to beat each other, but it was unique to have two different services coming through the village at the same time.
Talk a little bit about the restoration and some of the work that went into bringing these exhibits here, Tom.
I think Ken could probably fill you in more on the restoration than I could, but if you've been in the car, you can see some of the restoration work that has taken place already. And some of that has taken place over a period of 5 and 6 years. So it takes a lot of time. And we got some dedicated guys here who are here every Saturday to work on these cars. and they could always use your help.
I'm sure they could. Yeah, so if you're looking to volunteer, this is a great place, and it's just a great, really staple of the Grass Lake community. Rachel, when you have private investment and grants that are able to be used, and something like this turns out to have in a town where we like to bring people to, that just doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we are the perfect size community for something like this, and with creative minds and all the hardworking hands that you guys have had, it's just been an incredible highlight. You know, it's an amazing thing that's come together with a lot of people working through it. So it's great to show off. It's pretty impressive.
Indeed.
And you get to show this off a little bit. Matter of fact, you were showing this off before we got here. Talk a little bit about the group you were touring.
Yeah, well, we actually just got done bringing through all the other museums to the museum to ride the train. So we work with the Jackson County Museums to put on an event every year called the Museum Day. It's a day where museums are open for free, activities are going on, and we're in the midst of planning that again for this year, and the Bolin Express and the Lost Railway Museum will be a part of that. So it's also really cool, just like the community size has brought everyone together to bring this exhibit. It's cool to see how everyone is concerned with each other's success, and it's a cool place to be.
And this has something for everyone. Everyone likes trains, one, and then to be able to experience a virtual ride like this, and I believe it's one, if not the only one like this in the country.
Outside of, Orlando, where the Harry Potter Express is, I think it's probably the only one you're going to find. But having looked at the Harry Potter Express, it was just, we could just imagine that was thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, we got a crew of volunteers here who put together a bunch of phones, and along with JTV, made a really nice virtual experience here.
Yeah, we're excited to be a part of it, happy to be a part of this. But again, it's more than just the virtual ride experience. I mean, the history and everywhere you look in this museum, it's just shouting at you. What are people's reactions when they do come in for the first time?
That tends to be the first thing that they have to say. This is just gorgeous or beautiful. This is really nice. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate that immensely. And most people that do come in here enjoy it, and they spend a lot of time.
Yeah, it's just a 5 to 7 minute drive from Jackson. Very easy to get here. Rachel, you've taken a ride on the Bolin Express. What were your thoughts about it? And then what would you say to encourage people to come out and check out the Bolin Express?
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things you have to experience to really understand. I can say you get on a train, you have this experience where you feel like you're riding the train, and the world is driving or flying by near you, but until you're actually a part of it, the curtain closes, you're kind of in that setting. It's not easy to describe.
It's really a trip back in time.
Yeah.
It really is a trip back in time. So when can people come out? When are you open?
We are open now every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And my expectation is that those hours will just continue to run right on through the summer.
And if people want to maybe bring a group or have something like that, definitely call in advance and try and set that up.
Indeed, by all means, give us a call. If you've got a large group of 20 or more, I'm probably going to need an assistant. So by all means, give us a call.
Awesome. Tom, thanks so much. Congratulations on everything that you've done here. And Rachel, thanks again for taking us to a wonderful place to visit in Jackson. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Searching for medical supplies can be a challenging aspect of the healthcare system, but with help from Brown's Advanced Care Medical Supplies, you can set your worries aside. Our expert staff takes the time to give each of our customers the personal attention they deserve and are trained to find the right products for each individual. If you can't come to us, then let our delivery team come to you to help set up your supplies so you can get back to what really matters, living your life. Brown's Advanced Care Medical Supplies. Locally owned, locally operated, locally loved.
Finding the home of your dreams is exciting. I'm Andy Bloom with Pillar to Post Home Inspectors, and I look forward to taking the next step with you in securing that dream, the home inspection. Having the correct information about the condition of a home empowers you to make the best possible choice when purchasing a property. As your home inspection professional, I ensure confident home ownership with a detailed and objective inspection of the overall condition of the property. Pillar to Post Home Inspectors provides you with peace of mind.
At Consumers Energy, we believe change is empowering, powering both your home and your business. Change is progress, with a modernized grid that can detect outages and restore power within seconds. Change is reliable. We're talking preventing over 35,000 outages last year reliable. And change is enduring, like our dedication to keep your power running, just as it should. Consumers Energy, a force for you, a force of change.
Welcome back to the morning show. We're gonna go to the shoe cam one more time, just so everyone can see mine. Look at those.
Wow.
These are, wow, brand new.
Nice.
Like them? Okay. All right, back up. Hey, Spring Arbor men's baseball team. They beat Rochester the other day, 34-8.
What?
34 runs.
Wow.
34 runs. Spring Arbor men's. 34 runs in a game. Insane.
Congrats, Cougars. We're learning just now that the United States is committing to accept 100,000 Ukrainian refugees displaced by the war. So we've been asking as Americans, what are we doing? And here's something.
Isn't it pathetic that in 2022 we have millions of people displaced by war in this world?
That we have refugees.
Sad.
At all.
Crazy. So yeah, that'll be interesting, and yeah, we'll provide more information on that.
New way to barbecue, and I know you do barbecue from time to time. Kingsford, and this is brilliant. I don't know what took that company so long to come out with this, but they have flavored charcoal, an innovative line of boosters, flavor boosters that can take grilling to new heights. Garlic, onion, paprika, basil, sage, thyme, and cumin chili. 100% real spices burned into the charcoal.
That's a perfect idea.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Because people use the mesquite wood and different woods, cherry, and
there's quite a few people that only use Kingsford. They don't believe in anything else other than
nothing
charcoal.
else works. You have to put a whole bottle of lighter fluid on the other cheaper brands of charcoal.
Yeah, I use propane from Hammond.
That's right. The heck with the charcoal.
I'm a Hammond propane person.
Hammond
through and
propane.
through, so.
I don't have a grill because I don't have a backyard.
You have a George Foreman grill upstairs?
No, not even that. No grill. Pans. Well, it turns out we'll be away for a few days.
Yes, we'll be away for a few days, like most of the town. So, so we'll miss everybody.
Who's coming up later today?
Later today, I don't know.
It seems like Trish gave me some papers.
You know, I feel bad because Trish will hand me the paper and then I'll immediately put it into my pile. But I have found it. Dr. Polsani from Asthma Allergy Centers will be with you. Bill Rail from JAMA, Mike Geeter, Shelley Lewis, and Stephanie Salisbury, Jackson Autism Support Network, and entertainment correspondent David D. Baker. That's all for the morning show. We'll see you this afternoon.